Hey everybody, so I'm coming to you live today to share a video on how to get more clients online or even get any clients online. Let me get myself live here on Instagram too. Okay, so I'm talking about how to get more clients online or to get your first set of clients online. Don't mind me, I'm in France overseas and we have an Airbnb apartment. That is not my dog in a bag thing, but anyway, so making do with what I have here. So I want to talk to you today about how to get more clients because this is the number one thing that I hear from my own clients, that they are blogging, they're putting stuff out on social media, they're trying so hard, maybe even going to events in person, but they're just not getting those clients that they really want to work with. So I thought I'd pop in today and share with you a couple of tips that I've used in my own business and in the health coaching business that I had prior to this business, and then also that I've implemented with a lot of my clients now and that are working really, really well. Also, if you know anything about me, I'm really simple and don't want a lot of fluff, and I don't like scare tactics and fear and all of that kind of stuff. So I think everything I'm going to share with you today is totally doable and down to earth. So if we don't know each other already, I'm Sam Vander Wielen. I run samvanderwielen.com, which is a DIY legal template and business mentorship business for women. So I work with women entrepreneurs to take the fear out of legal so that they can move forward in their businesses, so that they can create their first course or that content that they've always wanted to, so that they can start coaching, start their business, whatever it is for them. But I work with women to take that fear away and really to empower them with a lot of legal information and education through these DIY legal templates and business mentorship. So I would love it if you'd hang around, and I hope that you find some of these tips about how to find clients online helpful. So the first thing, I think first things first, when we're looking to find new clients, first, we have to be really sure about who we are and who we're looking for. So it's really important that we understand who we are as a business, as a businesswoman. And so what are we here to offer? What problems do we solve? What pain points do we speak to? And when we think about our ideal client, who are we there to help? You know, who are we trying to work with? And I really like one of my friends who's a coach, business coach, Libby Crow. She talks a lot about really getting to know like the vibe of the person that you're looking to work with. So I like what she has to say about this. So she talks about getting to know, where they hang out, what do they look like, what do they wear, what's their personality like? Are they somebody who loves the beach or the mountains? Do they love to like hang out at home, or are they going out and they're a party girl or something like that? So I think this is super helpful. I know that this is something I implement in my own business, that I'm very clear on who I'm trying to work with. I'm working with empowered, badass lady entrepreneurs who want to take their business to the next level or want to start their business, but this legal thing is just like hanging them up and they want to move forward. I think my ideal client is like cool and cozy and would love to get coffee with her. And I know what that means in my head, so hopefully you know whatever that means to you, for you and your business and your personality. But that's where I like to start. So I like to start just by getting super clear on who you are as a business, who you're there to serve, and why. Get really clear on why you're there to help them and what solution, what problem and then solution that you're there to take them through. So I think that the second thing that you can do to get more clients online is to provide really valuable, high vibe content. So whatever that means for you in the kind of business that you run, you want to think about all of the content that you're creating and whether that speaks to this person that we just talked about. So does this help this person with this pain point, or does this solve the problem that we were just talking about, or that maybe you were thinking about as I'm talking? So you want to think about that and make sure that every time that you're creating content that it fits into some kind of category. So for example, on my blog, I'm very intentional when I blog, not that everything on my blog is meant to be about money or generating business, but it speaks to the kind of business that I want to have, the vibe that I want to put off. And so like everything is intentional in that respect. So I want to have posts that are about helping you break through legal issues. I want to have posts that are about self-care for entrepreneurs. And I want to have posts that are about empowering women as entrepreneurs in general. So I make sure that any post that I do fits into those categories. And I think that makes it so much more straightforward. And I know that I feel super clear when I sit down to do a post, like I know exactly what categories I want to fit in. And so if you ever find yourself sitting down to write some content and you're like, what am I supposed to write about? I just have so many ideas. It really helps to start out by picking like 3, maybe 4 major topics of the type of content that you put out, and then make sure that that content that you're writing fits into one of those. So we're talking about either like inspirational content, educational content, content that's selling something more directly that you do, something like that. So those are, maybe you can take like those major topics, but then pick the little like for me, the inspirational posts are always about empowering women as business owners and to like follow our path and do what makes us happy. My educational posts are about legal stuff. So you'll want to think about like whatever that means for you, then you can categorize your posts that way. So I think it's also really important that when you're creating content, you want to make sure that you're doing it from the standpoint that you're listening to your clients. So not putting out content because it's just something that you want to do or something that you think is really important, but because it's something that you know that it's a pain point for your clients. And if you don't have clients yet, then we're doing this through research. So you can find out pretty easily what the pain points are for your ideal client by hanging out where they hang out, being in Facebook groups and polling people, or listening to people, kind of just taking mental notes as people are asking questions in the Facebook groups that you're in. If you've attended some kind of like health coaching program or other kind of program, you'll see the same questions from the group come up again and again, things like that. So I think there are a number of ways that you can get to know the pain points of your ideal customer before you even have them. Of course, once you already have customers, then I try to be very intentional about listening to people. When I have my free 20-minute legal checkup calls, I listen to what they say. I get the same questions over and over and over. So when I get those questions over and over again, then I realize that's a problem for people. People are running into this and they want to know more about it. Today, I put out a poll in my Fearless Vampire online Facebook group, which is an online book club for fearless entrepreneurs. And I asked them what was the video that they would like for me to record on the topic that would be most helpful for them. This video was most, overwhelmingly chosen over the others, so I decided to record this one first. So those are just a few examples of how you can create high vibe, valuable content for your clients to attract future clients or additional clients, whether you have them already or not. So from there, I would move on to creating webinars, things kind of like this, but educational in nature, really trying to provide a lot of valuable information. But again, we want to remember through all of this, through our content and through our webinars, not to give away the farm. So as much as we'd all love to help, that would be great, but our businesses aren't charities. So we can't just be out there handing everything out all the time without providing, without asking for anything in return. It's okay to provide people with content and ask for something in return. These are our businesses, we are the CEOs, and that's something that we really need to own. So just keep that in mind with your webinars, make them educational, but talk about the what, but not necessarily the how. So give them the outline or the steps, but don't necessarily walk them through how to navigate through those steps. Hopefully that's helpful. Obviously having a high value freebie, something that looks good, maybe use Canva, put something together that looks really great. But again, it all goes back to this idea that the freebie can't be something, if you're looking to attract clients in this way, it can't be something that you just think is a cool idea or something that you like. You want to create something that's really helpful for the client. And so I always like to think about creating something that somebody gets and they have some immediate result from. So they get this freebie from me, they try something, and they see already like, this recipe tastes great, or I love this thing that she gave me. So now you leave them with a little bit of wanting to come back for more. So I like doing that in my freebie of giving them a lot of information to show them I'm serious, I'm professional, I'm good at what I do, but also going back to that not giving away the farm thing, not giving them everything or giving them so much that they don't need you anymore. So again, kind of styling it in that like what and not the how part. So hopefully that's helpful. I just posted something today actually about how I actually think what I'm doing right now on live or creating video is actually going to be very, very dominant in 2018. So I'm not one of those people or one of those business owners that makes any kind of statements like, if you don't do this very thing, like your business is going to fail or something like that. I think businesses are built in all different shapes and sizes. Not, no one thing is required for everybody. Everybody's business doesn't look the same. But if you like doing this kind of stuff like I do, or if you think it would be helpful for your business, I would highly recommend starting to shift some of your content into video content. So admittedly, this is something I'm kind of figuring out now. I don't know that much about it. So I'm starting to record these videos. After this, I'm going to download it, save it, upload it to Vimeo, integrate it into my site, all kinds of stuff. So I would highly recommend starting to spend some time and resources looking into doing this. If you go on my Facebook page, Sam Vander Wielen LLC, you can see the article that I just posted today from Buffer that I thought had a really good list of all the different ways you can utilize video and live features on across all the different social platforms and some of the benefits and cons to all of them. So I thought that was really helpful. And of course, not just going live, but then taking these videos and repurposing them. So I'm recording this video because this blog post is one of my most popular blog posts, if not the most popular blog post on my blog. And then it was also the most requested by my Facebook group, Fearless Empire. So I'm going to take this video now, download it, and then embed it into that blog post because it's already a popular blog post. So I know people are going there. So I'm trying to get more and more conscious and intentional of including videos that are related to content either I've already created or something that I know is going to be like a cornerstone piece of my business. Among all of this stuff though, I think consistency is key. So consistency across all platforms, consistency amongst posting frequency. I don't mean that you have to post at the same time on the same platform like every day or something like that. But it's not usually that great when we post one time and then we go silent or go dark for like a month at a time. So we want to be really consistent with our posting strategy, but I also think we want to be consistent with our messaging. I think that, of course we have the room and the growth to change as business owners, and we can go wherever we need to go in our businesses as we grow and develop, because let's hope that we all do grow and develop as business owners. But if you have a core message, make sure that you're staying on task. And I know it's really tempting to want to like veer off, especially the clients that I have who are maybe a little bit newer. They have the inclination that they don't want to niche down because they think that by creating a niche, they're actually limiting themselves. But I think actually the opposite is true. So you might feel the pull every once in a while to like broaden your message or be like other people that you see online who you perceive as being successful, but really staying on task and being authentic to you, I think is the best way to attract those people. Because I like to think of it this way: by putting our most authentic selves out there, we're going to do the best work possible, and then we're going to attract the customers or potential clients that are actually attracted to our message, and then those are going to be the people who contact us and want to work with us, and those are the people that we want to work with. So it all works out. It's like a perfect synergy. But I found, and I've done this myself, when I have been out of alignment with my message, not only did I not attract anybody, but people I did get weren't the people that I was thinking. And then when I was honest with myself about why that was happening, I thought, well, I'm not being myself, so why would I attract the people who would resonate with my message? Like, it feels like I don't even know what my message is. So maybe every once in a while, just centering ourselves, coming back to that idea that we know who our ideal client is, we know what we're there to solve, what problem we're there to solve, and how we're there to help them get through it. So hopefully we can all think about ways that we can just consistently stay on brand, to use the term, but I think like block out the noise, because it's just really, it is increasingly hard to block out the noise. So I understand that, but staying in our own lane and doing what works best for us and our business, I think is the best way. So my last tip about how to attract new clients online is to tell people what you actually do, what you sell. So I work with so many women where they contact me, they set up a free legal checkup, and they'll include like their social media handle or their website, excuse me, and I will go to their social media or their website, and I'm not even sure what they do. Not only is it not clear in the messaging, but maybe their Instagram account, looks like fun, right? It looks like a personal account, which I'm all about. I'm all about having a personal account. Everybody who's ever looked at mine knows that it's like pretty much like an expose of coffee. So, but that is intentional. So the reason I do that is because I want to create that vibe. I want people to associate me with like a cozy, relaxed, not intimidating experience. and think of me as like the girl who does legal in a relaxed way for female entrepreneurs. And so everything I post there is with that intention of thinking like, does this go towards the vibe I'm going for? Does this go towards the messaging, the branding, the imagery, everything? Is it not, is it always positive? No, but it all goes towards that same idea. So just thinking about telling people not only what you do in a way that is on brand and stuff like that, but also literally telling people what you do, making sure it's very clear in the copy when you go to your social media pages, or very clear when you go to your website or your Facebook business page, anything like that. Also, make sure that your Facebook page, your personal page, is linked to your Facebook business page, because if you're a participant in a lot of Facebook groups, then people might click back to your profile if they think you've been really helpful or something like that, and they want to see what business you own. So make sure that your business is tied to your Facebook personal page. And you want to be as authentic as possible. So I think, again, this is just super important to be you. And I know that a lot of people will say to me, like, I'm afraid to bring my personality into it, or I'm afraid that there are already so many people doing what I want to do, there's not room for me. And I always have the same conversation with them, which is that there might be a lot of people in the space, but there is no you in the space. And that's what's most important. We all have a unique voice with unique experiences, unique backgrounds, work experience, all of that kind of stuff. So it's really important. Like, we're doing a disservice to people if we're pretending to be something else, because there's probably something out there already that's like that. But there's nothing out there like you. So we need to put our best selves out there, and that those people, that the people are going to connect with you who resonate with that message. And really, that's when we're going to do our best work and be most comfortable and continue to be most like ourselves. It's kind of a cyclical thing. I found that the more I acted like myself, the more I attracted high vibe people who I really wanted to work with, and the more it empowered me and emboldened me to just keep being myself. So keep being yourself, be authentic, share your voice. There's definitely enough space for you. You obviously have to be unique, but that's, again, another reason why you should use your unique voice and your experience and background and all of that stuff to create your message, to create your content, because there are a lot of people out there, but there's not a lot of people out there like you. So you just have to keep using your voice and sharing your stuff with everyone. So I hope that this was all helpful. Just to run through it again, it was about first and foremost sharing valuable content to people's pain points and listening to your customers or your potential customers. You putting on webinars, you're giving out a high value related freebie, you're going live and doing videos, you're consistent both on your brand and consistent in your posting and in your strategy, at least for maybe like a 6-month period of time to see what works. And I should have mentioned this, by the way, to keep data as much as you can. If you can use Google Analytics or look at some other kind of data behind some of your social media feeds, because data can tell us so much about what kind of people are following us and why and all that kind of stuff. So you'll want to use that as much as possible. And then the last but not least, definitely not least, is telling people what you actually do. Making sure it doesn't need to be like a sleazy sales pitch or anything like that, but making sure that we're consistently reminding people who we are, what we do, and who we're here to serve. There's a lot of noise out there. People see a lot of things throughout the day. We can't expect them all to remember who we are and what we do. So we have to tell them. And we can tell them in a way that's authentic and comfortable for us, but we still have to tell them. So I hope that this was helpful. And on that note, I am, again, Sam Vander Wielen of samvanderwielen.com. I empower women with DIY legal templates and business mentorship. So if you have any questions about this video or how to find more clients online or how to make your business legally legit, please sign up for my free 20-minute legal checkup, which is at, I can drop the link actually below here. I use Calendly to schedule that. Or visit my website at samvanderwielen, that's VANDERWIELEN.com. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed it.